Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Road Rash 2 on the Sega Mega Drive. And if you want to talk about my favourite games of all time, if we was to make a top 10, this game would most definitely be in it. Now, which Road Rash game on the Mega Drive do I prefer? It's a very tricky question. I prefer the gameplay of Road Rash 3. It offers more variety in the levels, but the soundtrack in Road Rash 1 and Road Rash 2 is by far and away some of the finest on the Mega Drive. Really was a huge fan. The original Road Rash, which I still need to get a copy of, was just one of those games that when I first seen it, I was just completely blown away. Now, it was a big deal at the time when the sequel came out that it included a split-screen 2-player mode. Looking back now, it's not that great, but it was still a big deal, and it was still something that I played an awful lot. Now, if you don't know Road Rash, obviously it's a bike racing game. It also includes combat, so you can punch, kick, and get various weapons. And certainly another big factor with the sequel was the variation in weapons that you could acquire. You could also buy different bikes as you win the races, you earn money. And in the third game you could also upgrade your bikes. I don't believe that is the case for the first two games. But regardless, this is the sequel to the original Road Rash, so let's not worry about the rest of the games. So I think another new feature in this game is the ability to beat up the police. Now, a lot of people have always talked about a Road Rash remake, and I honestly believe that Electronic Arts are scared to make a remake of this game. There was obviously the version on the 3DO, which later came to the PlayStation and the Saturn, and then they've ruined it with 3D Road Rash and Road Rash Jailbait. But I think a modern day Road Rash online beating each other on motorbikes would A, be completely amazing, and B, will never come out, because I think Electronic Arts are scared. They're scared that they're going to make a game and the licensing people are just going to say, no way. No way, it defies all health and safety law, there's so much red tape involved. This is never coming out, it needs to be heavily censored. I just don't foresee it happening. I think that's got to be the number one reason, because why Electronic Arts wouldn't bring this title out to modern day consoles is completely beyond me. And fair enough, they'll probably ruin it as they do with all of these reboots or reimaginings or whatever else you want to call it. You know, they're never as good as the originals, because a lot of these games, you know, were built, you know, to suit the time they were made in. So back then they were revolutionary, but perhaps, you know, I don't know, I think Road Rash would still be amazing even today, as long as they stuck with the formula of the Mega Drive games and the 3DO game, if you like, or Saturn and PS1, which was a lot faster and it was a lot steadier, the frame rate. But being a huge Mega Drive fan, I'll always gravitate towards the Mega Drive versions. So there we go, 4th place. Not going to win no awards there. Always love these cutscenes, as you can see, all the fairings and the wheels fell off my bike. Whoa, fo, you wipe, lil dat, bruh. So, typical 90s speak. We've got a bit of cash, not enough to do anything, so we're going to go to the next race in Hawaii. I don't seem to have any trouble with the police in that particular race, but you do get trouble with the police. I always liked how the drivers had individual names, give them a little bit of personality. And it's always favourable when you look back at Electronic Arts, some of the games they did on the Mega Drive, because to start off with, they were just doing boring PC ports. And I must give a lot of credit to Kimball Justice, a channel that I've recently subscribed to. Basically, he's a bit of a massive Sega fan, and I've watched a few of his videos recently, certainly about Road Rash, and he's certainly researched his facts. And I'll leave a link down below actually to his Road Rash review, which also covers skitching and basically the history of Electronic Arts, like I'm talking about now. About how when they first started on the Mega Drive, they was just porting PC games to it, and then they sort of found their feet when they had Desert Strike and Road Rash, and they moved into the sports games as well with the PGA Tour Golf and the John Madden. As much as people want to slag them off now, Electronic Arts at one point were an absolutely amazing company. They were a seal of quality like Capcom or Konami, and I fondly remember those games. or certainly those years. I'll tell you what, if this game was about hitting the cars, I'd be doing pretty well. I knocked him off as well. Try and run him over. No, you can run the opposition over. Yeah, you've got to try and avoid those cars. That's the best part. Probably a good idea if you don't have about 6 points before trying to play the game. That would greatly help. Ooh. Now I can't remember the guy's name, but he's also the guy who made a ton of C64 music, was responsible for this. And you know, another day of the week I'd remember his name. And I'm sure there's plenty of people screaming his name right now at the screen. Or at least, you know, maybe one person if like 500 people watch this video. But I'd just like to say thank you to him. Even though I can't remember his name, because just quality. I can imagine they said to him, you know, we want you to make a theme tune for an Africa track. And just off he went, and this is what he came up with. Even though I don't think we're actually racing in Africa. You get what I mean? He was going for the oh, busted. I'm talking about no police activity, and then I get busted. Well, that's it. Can't believe that. Everyone else is riding by. Oh, now the cars come. They're gonna put me in the boot. Well, there we go. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. But Road Rash, what can you say? Just if you get a chance and you never have, check out these games because they are absolutely brilliant. Certainly in the 16-bit era they were Mega Drive exclusive. It was a big deal, and I still think they're a lot of fun to play today. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll upload some more videos soon.